In this video, we're going to be walking through a quick integration with a PDF viewing tool. You want to make it really easy for your users to see PDF files within your app. Because if you leave it up to your users to open up these files on their own, it could lead to a disjointed experience. Not to mention, if you have privacy restrictions around these files, it might be better to keep them inside of the application and view the files there. Follow these steps for a quick integration so that you can give your users a seamless viewing experience where they don't miss out on any information and it's always consistent every single time they want to open a file. The tool that we're going to be using is Adobe's PDF Embed API. This is a great tool that lets you add a professional looking PDF viewer directly to your app. It is a low-code integration, but it's super easy. Adobe will generate a short snippet of code for you to copy and paste into your editor. I'll walk you through the steps to get started here. It's free to create an account and get rolling, so I highly recommend you play around with this because there's a lot you can do here. So the first thing that you want to do is set up an account with Adobe's Developer Console. Once you have that account created, you can do that at developer.adobe.com. You're going to want to create a project. Okay, so you can find the projects menu at the top of your Developer Console account and go ahead and create a new project. So we're going to walk through this so that you know what to expect. As soon as you click on that Create Project button, you'll see you have your new project space. And the first thing you want to do from here is add the Embed API to your project. So this button on the left here, Add to Project, you want to select API, and this is going to pull open a window. There's lots of different API products that Adobe has. We want to scroll down and select the PDF Embed API. You'll check that box, and then you'll click on Next. Now what Adobe is going to ask you for is what domain should be connected to this access for this product. So Adobe wants to create an API key for you. It's kind of like a password so that only your application has access to running the viewer code from your application. So when you look at your Bubble application, let's hit preview on our window here. You want to look at just the root of your domain. You don't want to look at the version test or any page names, just the root of the domain. So in my case, that's going to be vip/demos.bubbleapps.io. My application is not connected to a custom domain. So in order for me to preview all of this, this is the domain that I want to add in. It's the subdomain plus the bubbleapps.io. If you are already connected to a custom domain, your custom domain is what you want to put in here. Keep in mind, you actually can't edit this after the fact. So if you're starting out with the Bubble hosted domain and then later on you connect to your custom, you will need to create a new credential. So just remember that for the future. So I'm going to copy this here. I'm going to head over to my projects and add in my domain and save configured API. So once that saves, it's going to generate the API key for me. We'll be able to see it here. Okay, so I can copy this to clipboard and we'll use this in a second. We're going to hold on it. Next thing we're going to do is take a look at how to generate the code for adding to our editor. So if you actually look at the Adobe PDF kind of landing page here, there is a quick button to go to the demonstration page for this tool. So you can actually see what it might look like. This demo shows an example for all 4 embed modes. You have a full window type of view. You can see this here. You have a sized container view. This is similar to like a presentation of slides. You have an inline view where the PDF is fully embedded into your page. So if you have multiple pages, you scroll down on the application page to get to those other pages. It's not necessarily contained in a separate window. And then you have a lightbox, which has the user clicking on a button to then open it up in a full screen, kind of like a pop-up, but you won't need to design a pop-up for that to work. So from this embed mode, you're going to see this blue button at the very bottom to generate code. Okay. Now, don't let this intimidate you. All you need to do is copy this code and then paste it into an element in your editor. I'm going to show you how to do that. There are a couple of things you're going to swap out, but they're very easy. So I'm going to copy this code here, go into my editor, in my design, and in my editor, I have an HTML element. This is not a plugin. This is a built-in visual element that Bubble has. You can find it under Visual Elements here, HTML. So add an HTML element to your page. And then in the multi-line window here, you can go ahead and paste that code. Okay. Now, the HTML element has a very handy HTML editor. If you click on this text here, This will open up the same code, but it's a little bit more color coded, similar to how it looks in this window here. It's just to help you identify, different parts of the code. And there's three things that you're going to want to swap out so that it works with your application, your files and your needs here. The first one is your client ID. So you see here, there is a placeholder for your client ID. This is where we want to paste in that API key that was generated for us. So from the projects window, I'm going to copy that, go back into my editor, and replace this key here. Let's do that right there. And then the other two places are related to your file. So you'll notice that the generated code comes with a sample file. There is a URL here to the example PDF that you can see here in the preview. It's just this multi-page PDF here. It's a brochure. And then also the file name. So when you hit save here, you will want to edit this part, the dynamic part with the files, from this view here. You actually can't edit dynamic expressions within the editor. So just like any other area where you have a multi-line input, you can mix and match your static text with your dynamic expressions. Same thing here. You'll want to replace this placeholder and insert dynamic data. Locate your file in your database. Maybe it's in an input on the page in a custom state. At that point, it's up to what's going on in your app. All right, so here is the sample PDF that has loaded in our embedded API viewer, right? This is our HTML element. So keep in mind the size of your HTML element can also dictate the dimensions here that we display. But look at all of the tools that come just kind of pre-built within the viewer. You can modify what's available. If you hit customize down here from that demo, you can turn things on or off, and that'll change the code slightly. Now, a quick heads up, the Lightbox method is a little bit more advanced and works differently from the other methods, because for this one to work, you'll want to come off of a button click that you design in your editor. This one's going to have you working with a plugin called Toolbox so that you can run an action called Run JavaScript. You'll have your snippet of code here to then display the viewer. It'll open it up by itself. It's not going to display in the HTML element or a pop-up that you design. It's a little bit more advanced, but that's generally the direction that you'll need to go in order for that particular embed mode to work. All right, I hope this was helpful. And if it was, definitely check out the content you see on the screen now. These videos will help you better build and launch your app and a lot more quickly too.